Hey everybody. I will give it a few seconds, let some people get in here, but we are live. And as you can tell from the thing, Ontel's getting a new trivia division, and it's going to be run by me. So it's going to be very fun. I'm just going to wait a little bit, let some people get in here. I see some people. For whatever reason, the Facebook thing says that it's David that's live and not me. So that's not great. I mean, not that I wouldn't want to be David, but yeah. So we're getting more people in here, so that's good. I think I'll give it about. Hey, Javi. We'll give it about 30 more seconds, and then I'll kind of start unmasking what this is all going to be about. So yeah, I'll let more people get in here. Hi, Avi. Say hi. Whether YouTube or Facebook, just say hi. I like to see who's watching and talk to people and yada, 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 yada. Yeah. So I'm just going to get everything, make sure I have everything ready. Okay. Yeah. Well, we're close enough. We can start getting started. I am creating a new trivia league for Ontel. It is going to be called Film Buff Trivia. And the main kind of draw, I can't see who this is, main draw of this league is going to be, this is an all round one Iron Man style format league. It's all whiteboard questions. Everybody will be getting the same questions. It will be a completely whiteboard general knowledge type of thing. So there's not going to be a whole lot of studying. There's not going to be strengths. Not going to be any of that. It's just pure general knowledge and pure round one. So you're getting the same questions as your opponent. And I think that's going to be really neat. I think it's going to be very refreshing. And I think it's going to be something different than what other places are doing. I love playing in other places, so I don't want to directly be doing the same thing everybody else is doing. So this is a completely new thing, and I think it's going to be really unique and really fun. Hi, Bar. Yeah. So I'll break down the format a little bit here. Every match has 25 questions. 21, those 25 questions going to be worth 1 point. And then there are 4 other questions. 2 of those are worth 2 points, 2 of them worth 3 points. And basically what that is all about is there's a list of general categories that are going to be randomized into every single match. You get to designate one of those questions, very basic stuff like action adventure, sci-fi fantasy, comedy, Oscars, whatever. You get to choose one of those to be your 3-pointer. Now, don't get me wrong. Doesn't mean it's a strength category. It's not a strength question. Frankly, the questions will be written before you choose your strength. So you are just choosing, I want this question to be worth 3 points, and it's going to be worth 3 points for you. It's going to be worth 3 points for your opponent. And you are just saying, I would like this question in animation to be worth 3 points. And that's the way it's going to work. So the other factor is the 2-pointer. The 2-pointer is not necessarily going to already be written. That is probably the only question that will be written after the competitors have chosen their strength, because that one is from a smaller list of specialized categories that are still in there. It's not anything super specific. I'll have the full list, and I'll be sending this to the chat or to the Facebook group, so you'll have access to see what is in here. But to give an idea of stuff that's in this segment of it, stuff like heist movies, disaster movies, slasher movies. Like it's not still going to be very strength based. It's still going to be pretty general, but more general. So you get to select one of those, and there's a lot of them, for your 2 points. And basically, so you're going to get 21 general, not randomized, they're the same in every match, 21 1-pointers, 2 2s, 2 3s, and you get to select 1 2 and 1 3, and your opponent does the other. So that's the way the format's going to work. I'm not sure who's asking this, but that's a great question. So to kind of pilot this league, we're starting with an 8-person tournament. And I'm happy to announce who those 8 people are. We're going to keep the league small at first, so I will be expanding it after this 8-person tournament, but we are opening with an 8-person tournament, and whoo boy, this is a doozy, folks. Jeremy Adams, Andrew James Barr, Cameron Holzman, Payson Johnson, Caleb Coho, Brian Michaels, David Nishimoto, and Joseph Olivas. That is our 8-person tournament. That is our inaugural championship tournament. I think that's an awesome tournament. I think it's some people who you don't get to see play singles anymore. Some people who don't get to really see play at all anymore. I think it's going to be killer, and that's going to be it. Then after that tournament is over, we will be expanding. This is not going to be a giant league. My goal for this is a low stress format. So that's low stress for competitors and low stress for me. So it's not going to be a giant league. I'm probably going to have opportunities for basically tryouts and things like that. But again, that's going to be down the line. First, foremost, it's going to be just about this 8-person tournament, which is going to be amazing and killer. And I'm so excited for it. And stick around because I've got the wheel. This tournament's going to be randomly seeded, and we're going to seed that tournament live. So stick around. I'm going to answer some questions first. Brian, so how different will this new division be compared to the past format for general trivia? Well, maybe you came in a little bit late. I don't know. Basically, this is an all-round one Iron Man style format. So I don't think anybody, unless you are comparing it to like Classic, but like Classic is like 5 people in a match. This is going to be just one-on-one. This is a singles division, and it's like a ranked division. This is a tournament. So I mean, probably closest thing you compare it to is Classics. But again, I think this is kind of different from that. But again, it's not going to be anything crazy. It's still just going to be you're writing your answer on your whiteboard. So it's not going to do that. Okay. Looks like people are getting interested in this. Yeah, I think this is going to be a very fun tournament. I'm going to have a bracket once this tournament is seeded, and we're going to I think I will have a little competition with this bracket, and anyone who gets a perfect bracket, which shouldn't be super duper hard to do since there's, only 8 competitors, guaranteed match in, after the tournament. So not necessarily directly after, but you will get a match if you get a perfect bracket. So without further ado, unless anybody has any questions. What lunch should I send in with AJ? Like, do you have any snacks there? Should I have a full meal for when he plays? I think we've got some fruit gushers and some orange slices. But if he wants like a full meal, you can coordinate that with them. We'll see if he'll pay it, but yeah. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen here. And okay, we've got all 8 competitors on the board. To recap, Jeremy, Andrew, Cameron, Payson, Coho, Brian, David, and Joseph all on here. So this person, again, there's not really a number 1, number 8 seed. Well, I guess we'll have to for tiebreakers and stuff. So consider this your number 1 seeded person, whoever gets put here. Your number 1 seed is going to be Brian Michaels. And your number 2 seed. So this person will not be playing Brian Michaels. They're going to be playing someone completely different in round 1. Joseph Olivas. So your Wild Stallions. Your number 3 seed. So this person will also be playing somebody different. Caleb Coho. And your number 4 seed, Andrew Barr. So this next one is to decide who plays Barr in round 1. So we're going to know our first actual matchup. Cameron Holzman, Barr versus Holzman. It's going to be a matchup of round 1, the 5 versus the 4, even though the seedings don't mean anything except for tiebreakers. Holzman versus Barr. I think that's a match that they've done before, but I don't think one-on-one. So that will be very fun. Now this person's going to play Coho. David Nishimoto. David is playing Coho. So that will be an interesting matchup. Wait, did I made a mistake, didn't I? Because Payson hasn't come up yet. I'm fine. Payson hasn't come up. So I'm totally good. So Payson hasn't come up yet. Tell me in the chat if I've made a mistake and Payson's come up and I've just completely pooped everything up. But I don't think I have. So anyway, 6, David, and now the 7. We've been lucky that we haven't had any repeats. I say that, and then Cameron Holzman pops up. I shouldn't have said that. Wow. Okay. And we have Joseph. It's going to be either Payson or Jeremy for who is playing Joseph. We're just going to keep this wheel moving until we get somebody. So close. Joseph could play himself. That would be fun. It's like watching a computer play chess against itself. Jeremy or Payson? Jeremy or Payson? Okay. This wheel does not like Jeremy and Payson. Jeremy! Okay, so Jeremy versus Joseph. And Brian versus Payson. That is an awesome round 1 setup. So, to recap what this bracket is going to look like, I'm going to fix my board here. Okay. Okay, so the number 1 seed, Brian Michaels, plays the 8 seed Payson. The 5 seed Holzman plays the 4 seed Barr. Forgive my awful handwriting. The 2 seed Joseph plays the 7 seed Jeremy, and the 3 seed Coho plays the 6 seed David. So then it's going to be the winner of Brian Payson plays the winner of Holzman Barr. The winner of Coho David plays the winner of Joseph Jeremy. The winner of that match is getting the championship. So, we'll be playing for the championship. So, that's your recap. Again, to kind of, you can go back, and if you want to know what the format's going to be like, and I'm going to have a full kind of breakdown post. This isn't going to be too involved. I'm going to be setting up the green rooms probably like pretty soon. I'll either do it tonight or I'll do it Saturday, one of the two. So green rooms for that will be very soon. I think this will be great. Well, there's not really rounds. So there's not really going to be such a perfect thing as a perfect round. But if I guess if you get all 25 questions, because there's going to be 25 questions in a match, if you get that, then good job. So yeah, that's it. I will say I want to expand this after, assuming everything goes well, and I don't need to readjust anything, but I do want to expand this after, so I want to get more people in, but I'm also, I can only have so many people in, so it's probably going to be a little bit more of a smaller league. It's not going to be a giant thing, but we'll see, and I'll have opportunities for everyone to try to get a chance to get in. So, do I have any questions before I head out of here, or is everybody all good in the neighborhood? I'll just give it a little second in case anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns. I'm really excited for this. I'm really happy about this format. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. While we're waiting, I'll just yeah, I don't know yet. Is going to be the truth. It's going to be kind of about like just how much time there is after the tournament. Just it's going to be determined by factors that we're not quite there yet. Right now, I'm just focused on making this tournament a great tournament, and then I'll kind of adjust and reassess and kind of look at everything and see what I have time for. Nazario, you can go back and watch because this is also going to be on YouTube, and you're commenting on YouTube. But Cliff Notes, Round 1 Ironman Style League, run by me. It's general movie trivia. There's an 8-person tournament. It's Brian, Payson, Holtzman, Barr, Coho, David, Joseph, Jeremy, all in the tournament. It's been seeded. So yeah. Okay. So I'll wait because we've had a few other questions. But yeah, I don't know exactly what the question is. Yeah. I think, yeah, I don't have anything else. So have a good one, everybody. See you later.